Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Ivan Ethos, and welcome to Gaming with Spirit. Today, we're going to be doing a quick tutorial because it's a very auspicious time. This tutorial is going to be about Baro Kiteer, how to get ducats, and why is he useful. Now, when Baro Kiteer first shows up, or when you log back in after he has, you will get a message in your communication. It'll pop right up. And it'll tell you Baro Kiteer, the Void Trader, has returned, and it'll tell you kind of where he is, Landra Relay on Mercury. So we're going to go ahead and go see him. Usually, though you can find him fairly easily, though, if you zoom out and you can see a little symbol on the map. This symbol is Baro's symbol. And it'll also show up in the alerts under Void Trader. So we'll go here to Landra Relay. As you can see, there's lots of new instances because there's a lot of people going to see Baro. Now, Baro is usually considered to be one of the best traders markets in the system that you want to go see him all the time because you're never sure what he's going to have. One of the important things you're going to remember is he's very expensive, so you better bring yourself a lot of credits. Usually a couple 100,000, maybe 1,000,000 credits if you see something in particular that you'd like to get. But for the most part, you can pick up ducats at any time. So here's Baro Kiteer right here. Now, you can check when Baro is actually going to be showing up when he's not here over here in these little trading depots. It will tell you how many days or how long he's going to be here. This is also a ducat kiosk, so if you hit X over here, it will show you all your prime parts and blueprints, if you have any. And what you can do is you can sell these to him for a certain amount of ducats. So I put the Ceranos Prime Limb. That gives me 100 ducats. It's one of the more valuable ones, I will warn you. So you're not going to see that very often. More often than not, you're going to see things like, oh god, those are probably going to be also valuable. Maybe a Hydra Prime. Oh, go away thing. One of those. So somewhere between 15 and 100 is going to be how many ducats you're actually going to be able to pull off from doing things like this. And I do need a couple. This is the Latron Prime blueprint. So I will probably put in a few more here just so I have everything I want. Because I want to have at least a couple 100 to go in. Wow, those are worth 100 apiece. Woo. And you can actually see how much they're worth by mousing over them. They'll show you exactly how much each one of them is worth as a part. Just going to get rid of a whole set of Mirage. Alright, so we'll sell these items. We'll get 665 ducats. I can always farm for more if I need to. And then we'll actually go talk to Baro Kiteer.
Do have a look. Who knows? You may turn into a paying customer someday.
Thanks, Baro. So, Baro Kiteer will always have with him this, the Sands of Inaros blueprint. In order to actually get Inaros, you have to purchase the Sands of Inaros blueprint from Baro Kiteer. I already have it. I've already completed it. Not a big issue. On top of that, you can get usually some really interesting cosmetic items, like the EOS Prime set, which he's selling this time, of the full set for a decent amount, or like, certain skins or certain weapons. I love the Elixis skins. Those are pretty cool. But on top of those, he also carries with him primed mods. This is the big reason why people come to see Baro. He might have Prime Pressure Point, which is the melee weapon mod that gives you nearly 200 and almost 300% bonus damage. In this case, he has Prime Pistol End Mutation, which is woo, and Prime Quick Draw, which actually can be very woo. So I will probably be picking up a Prime Quick Draw, because why not? Having all the Prime mods is still a good idea, even if they're junk like this one. To be fair, though, I want to get Scattering Inferno and Thermite rounds. Both of these are good mods for me. I just need a few more credits, so I'll have to go get some of those. But on top of having these, usually a selection of 4 rare mods and a couple legendary primed mods and some cosmetics, he also usually brings at least one Prisma weapon. Now, the Prisma Gorgon, for example, is an improved variant on the Gorgon. It has better stats. I'm not sure how much better, but they're better stats. Same thing with the Prisma Scana, which is another one of those better stat weapons. And they do have some really cool appearance looks to them, like the Scana, as you can see, has this flow look to it, which is kind of cool. I know that the Prisma Skana has a higher status and a higher critical chance than the regular Skana. So once again, something to pick up. Beyond the fact that they are good for MR fodder, so they're good for getting MR. On top of that, you can also usually get a booster from him. It might be a 3-day credit booster, it might be a 3-day resource booster or rare drop booster. They're still all useful to pick up if you have enough ducats and credits to work with. So that is Baro Kiteer, kind of in a small, simple, nutshell kind of way. Now, some of you might be going, okay, so wait, you trade in your prime parts for ducats? Yes, you trade in your prime parts for ducats, and you get your prime parts, for those people who don't know. Oh, I just realized he's standing in water. You get your prime parts. Hi, Fortuna Die. You get your prime parts from going and doing Void Fisher missions. So if we leave Landra Relay here, if you've watched my previous tutorial videos, especially about the Void Relics, you'll know that down here in the bowels of your ship, to the right-hand side of your arsenal when you're heading down, is the Void Relics. And you basically will find any one of these 4 eras, and of course you'll have tons of different relics. And you can radiate them, you can make them more powerful, or, well, it's not more powerful. You increase the drop chance of rare parts. Then once you have at least one of them, you can go to a fisher. And really you can go without any, but they're really kind of useless to do so, unless you just want to go get some void traces. Which that you need to do to improve relics. But you can do endless missions like the interception, or simple rescue missions, or sabotages, or spies, and as you can see, there's quite a few of them right now. And by doing them, when you click on one, it'll take you to the place, and it'll bring up your relic selection. You select a relic, you go into the mission, and you kill enemies that become corrupted, which is pretty obvious. They turn glaringly yellowish white, and then they are called corrupted. They're a little bit more powerful, but when you kill them, they have a chance of dropping void reactant, which looks like this. This symbol is kind of twin flame looking thing. That's a symbol that you'll see on your mini map for void traces, or for reactant, sorry. When you pick up 10 reactant, which you'll be seeing over here on your left-hand side of your screen, you'll see this little thing that says 0 out of 10. And once it's full, you'll say, da-da, it'll like this sound effect will play, and Lotus will go, congrats, now go back to your orbiter, and we'll find out what's inside. You don't have to if you're doing an endless mission. It's just every time you complete a certain number of rotations, you'll get to choose a new relic and crack that relic too. If you're doing a regular thing here, you just gotta reach the extraction point, and then yes, you will see exactly what's in your relic. Everyone will get a chance to choose from the relics that have been opened. So if you don't open your relic, you don't get to choose what relic, you don't get to choose a reward for number 1, you don't consume your relic for number 2, and number 3, you just start all over again. So it's very beneficial for people who are playing endless relics, which most people do for a long period of time to get all those parts so they can make ducats, or just to have prime parts to sell for platinum. And they will do dozens of hours, hundreds of hours maybe even, of these different defense or interceptions or survival missions. That's and they'll do that for hours to get those prime parts, and then of course they will use them for either for the trading section, or they'll use them for selling to ducats for Baro, hoping to have enough ducats to, when Baro comes with something amazing like a bunch of prime mods, they can buy all of them and not have an issue. So that's Baro Kiteer, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a fairly short one, I know. One of the things I feel like a lot of people don't know about, and I want them to understand that there is, it's a system they should take advantage of if they can, because it's going to help them boost their power levels to something much greater than what they're at now. Prime mods are one of those things that most people put in almost all of their builds for certain characters. A lot of people don't put on YouTube videos about, what's the word I'm looking for? Economy builds, or low-income builds. People who don't have the money to either buy the primed parts or buy the prime variants of mods, and they just have the basic stuff that everyone else does. So, for the most part, you're going to be running into people who have either Rivens or primed mods putting onto their Warframes, or if you've seen my mod collection, I have these things called, where are they? So I have preset mods, which are the drifts, agility drift, and Cockton drift, and things like that, which are rare mods that you pick up from Lua in the moon. There's some certain challenges you do, and they give you these drifts. On top of that, I also have things like adaptation, which are from arbitrations, and I have, I have a lot of really ridiculously hard to get sometimes mods, and that's understandable. I've been playing for a very long time, but if you want to pick up something that's as good or better than them, you need to pick up the primed mods. Now, the Umbral mods, you'll get them if you complete the sacrifice, but the prime mods in particular, flow, vigor, continuity, these are mods you get from Baro. Actually, wait, let me roll back. You can get prime vigor from Baro, but you can get prime continuity and prime flow, and I think one other one for the Warframe itself. But getting those mods are super beneficial and useful because they give you a higher amount of bonus. Like if you look at flow itself, so if I search for flow at max rank gives you 150% energy, but prime flow can give you close to 300% energy at max rank. The difference is pretty substantial, you have to admit. So the reason why prime mods are better is because they have a higher threshold for how much power they give. They also cost a lot more to make or to improve, but still, it's more than worth it for the power that prime mods give. Also, again, Baro brings Prisma weapons, which are better variant base weapons, and they're just kind of cool looking, so they're good to use. If you like the weapon, like the Gorgon or the Skana, and you want something a little bit better than what you already have, get those. They're a small stat improvement. And if you don't like them, still get them. They're a way of boosting your MR so you can actually get to the higher ranks of Mastery rank. Beyond that, you haven't done the Sands of Annihilation. But Baro hits a lot of different boxes of why he's useful to at least look at what he has in store before you discard him. Everybody, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Again, it's been kind of a short one for Baro. It's something important I think everyone needs to know. And until next time, everybody, keep watching. If you like the video, please leave a comment, like the video itself, or subscribe for more content like this. If you didn't like the video, leave a comment. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, what you'd like to see improved. I will try to get some feedback for you right away, and I'll also try to improve my next video because of it. So until next time, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, rest of your day, whatever you're looking at, and thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.